come up with a new thing for this college football playoff week series. I put a lot of time into this, so drop a like. You can see I made this playoff template, and it shows all 4 teams that are in the playoff race right now, and it shows the 4 other teams that are in the hunt. Now, I will be going over this as well as the other games that are ranked. I won't just do these top 8 games. I will do every single other game, and you'll see later in the video. So, without that being said, another thing, the @ symbol means that team will be playing on the road. The verse symbol means that team will be playing at home. So without further ado, and I put the national championship and the bowl game logos just to keep your mind on what is important. So let's get into it. Alabama stayed at the number 1 ranking after beating Missouri. Now they will go to Neyland Stadium to play the Volunteers, who came off a big win against Auburn. With that being said, Alabama has looked unstoppable. I can see them doing that against Tennessee. I'm going to take Alabama in this game. Ohio State, Purdue. I'm going to take Ohio State in this one just because they're definitely better than Purdue as much. So I would like to see Purdue win. I think that they will end up getting the win. Now, upset alert. Upset alert. Clemson and NC State. Clemson has not looked good this season. Although they are undefeated and although they haven't lost a game yet, they have not looked good. They've had close games against Texas A&M and close games against Syracuse. And with that all being said, I'm going to take NC State at home. They've been flying completely under the radar. I say they come in and they stun Clemson. Notre Dame moved up after... they stayed at 4. They will be playing Navy, a game they play every year. It's going to be at Navy, and while I think Notre Dame will win the game, I don't think it's as big of a margin as people say. I think Navy gives them a good run, that option thing that they and all the other academy schools do. I truly think this will be a close game. Notre Dame has not looked good against teams like Pitt and Ball State, and I think... I'm saying Navy holds it close, but I'm going to take Notre Dame to eventually pull out a win. LSU coming off a huge win against Georgia at Tiger Stadium. Shout out to the finisher, big LSU fan. Now they will take Mississippi State at home, and Mississippi State has been a pretty good team this year. However, LSU, I truly think is a major contender, even with the loss to Florida, which set them back. I still think they can win the SEC. I still think they will make a run and make it into the playoff. That's what I truly think. And I think another step to that will be getting a win against Mississippi State, which I could see them doing. Now, another upset alert. Michigan going to face Michigan State. I'm a Michigan State fan. I kind of like Michigan State. I don't really know why. I just do. But Michigan State had just knocked off Penn State, and they have put Penn State pretty much out of playoff contention, and they have a lot of momentum taking Michigan at home, and I think Michigan's pretty overranked. I mean, yes, they beat Wisconsin by a lot, but Wisconsin I truly think is also overranked. With that being said, I'm taking Michigan State here. This is going to be an upset pick, and I truly think MSU can pull it off. I mean, they really... Truly, I think that they're a good team. I think that they will get the win in this game, and I really think that you cannot sleep on the Spartans. Texas will take Oklahoma State at home, they're on the road, at Stillwater. People commenting on my videos, sorry about that. I'm going to take Texas in this game. I think they should be 6 instead of Michigan being 6. But they moved up after teams like West Virginia and Penn State lost. They moved up 2 spots, which is pretty good, but I'm going to take Texas in this game. And the big drop this week was Georgia, dropping from 2 to 8. And I think this is the game of the week, the game in Jacksonville against Florida, the Florida-Georgia game, or the Florida-Georgia showdown. This is going to be a great game. I think Florida, I really think should have jumped into the top 10. In my predictions, I thought they should have been 9. And this is going to be a very more YouTube notifications. This is going to be a hard-fought game. I think both teams play very well, but I'm actually going to take the Gators in a close matchup. I say they win 31-38 on a game-winning field goal. I think the Gators, have looked better than Georgia. They knocked off LSU, who knocked off Georgia. So if you're playing the logic game, I think Florida gets this one done. And that is it for the top 8. Let's move on to... Alright, there's a few more games I'm going to predict with these top 25 teams. Oklahoma and TCU. Oklahoma, I feel like, got a little bit disrespected in the rankings. I feel like they should be higher than Michigan. I feel like they should be higher than Georgia. I feel like they should be higher than I feel like they should be higher. I mean, I don't know. I think with a lot of teams having tough games and with them having a pretty easy opponent, in my opinion, in TCU. I don't know what Gary Patterson's doing. I'm going to take Oklahoma in this game. UConn and South Florida. Now, South Florida is a team that I think could maybe crash a big bowl game. I think they're better than UCF, honestly. And I'll take them against UConn. Vanderbilt and Kentucky. Kentucky is not out of the race yet. I feel like they still, if they could run through some good teams, and I feel like if they could finish the season with only one loss, they could make a run at the SEC title game. It would be a long shot, but I feel like they'll have a chance. And I feel like a step to doing that is a win against Vanderbilt, which I expect them to get. Ranked matchup here. Oregon, Washington State. Shout out to TGTV Tag Mode. He is a very big Ducks fan. I'm going to take Oregon in this one. This is another team I feel like that got a little bit disrespected in the rankings. I feel like they should be higher than UCF. And I feel like they maybe should be. I think they should be at 11, honestly, but I feel like they got a little bit disrespected. Washington State, our new ranked team at 25. I think they will be out of the rankings, however. I have the Ducks. And that will be it for this episode of the College Football Picks. If you liked the board thing at the beginning, I'll be sure to add that. Make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe if you have not. And I will see you guys next time.